Race 1 on the card, the CRT qualifying 2-year-old trot, a mobile event over 1700. The one starter in the first of the day, that's number 1, Starlight Star Bright, trained and driven by R.F. Allen. Kevin, are you there? So we're in behind the mobile here for the first of the day, the 2-year-old trot, qualifying trot. The CRT qualifying 2-year-old trot. 1700 is the journey. The one starter in the first, Starlight Star Bright. So the mobile in start position now for the first of the day. The green light flashes and we're off in the qualifying trot the first of the day, and Starlight Star Bright, touch wood, it's got away safely here in the first of the afternoon and trots well down the back straight the first time. So just past the 1400 metre mark, and it's just rolled into a slight gallop there to Starlight Star Bright, but backing down, trotting reasonably quickly as it's about to round into the straight now. The first time it rounds into the straight and should soon get the bell. So Starlight Star Bright now passes the winning post into the stables, being the final time. So 1,000 metres to go here in the first of the day, the qualifying trot, and it's Starlight Star Bright heading out of the stables bend. So he passes the 600 metre mark now, does the 2-year-old Monarchy Colt, that being Starlight Star Bright, and he's well and truly into the back straight now, about to pass Neville Stud Sign. About 450 left to go here for Starlight Star Bright as it now approaches the 400 metre mark, the first of the day. So he's 200 out from home here as Starlight Star Bright. He comes past the 150. Apart from that one error, he's trotted pretty good here in the first of the day, Starlight Star Bright, and he comes down the winning post and takes out the qualifying trot. What was it? 60 what? 64. The result of the first of the afternoon, where the winner was number 1, Starlight Star Bright. Time for the winner was 2:22.8. 2:22.8. It's a mile rate of 2:15.2 and a last half in 64. Is that lady down there? Is that lady?
No, he's an old guy. He's the 80, I suppose.
Is he there?
He's not here. No. He used to be my accountant.
Oh, did he? So you have enough money then?
I didn't have any money then. No, when I left him, I got plenty of money.
Oh, no. No, yeah. Yes, Aaron?
How many minutes?
About 90 seconds. That's a minute and a half.
Really?
Yeah. Pocket wash, Cullen's chance. Pocket wash. Cullen's chance, Stony Evros. Stony Evros, Cullen's chance. Pocket wash, Stony Evros, Cullen's chance, So the mobile starting to pull away here in the second of the day. The Cox and Hoffman qualifying 2-year-old pace. 3 2-year-old fillies here in the second of the afternoon. Mobile event 1700. Pocket Wash just galloping in behind the mobile there. Settles down quickly. Stony Evros and Cullen's chance. So Pocket Wash on the inside, just off the gate a bit. Stony Evros right on the gate, and on the outside's Cullen's chance. Green lights off and flashing here in the second of the afternoon, and Stony Evros was fast away, but the outside horse Cullen's Chance is going to come over and challenge for the lead. There is Matty Williamson. He's kicking up on the inside now as Andy Foulkes on Stony Evros, and the inside horse, which was Pocket Wash, is still last of the three. So they go past Neverly Stud the first time, and in front it's Stony Evros. Stony Evros takes them past the 1400. He's clear of Cullen's Chance on the outside, who couldn't get the lead and didn't look like he wanted to be facing the breeze there, Matty Williamson. So he'll pull back the Indian file line to be last of the three, and just rallying up on the inside of Cullen's Chance would be Pocket Wash. So they get the bell, 1200 to go, and it's in front Stony Evros. Stony Evros leads the Craig Buchan trained stablemates, headed by Pocket Wash, who's right on the back of the leader, and after not being able to get the early lead, Cullen's Chance last of the three. They come past the 1050 in Indian file, the three fillies, and it's in front Stony Evros. Stony Evros and Andy Foulkes, they control the tempo. Into the stables bend the final time they go. Pocket Washers in second for Craig Buchan, and Matty Williamson and Cullen's Chance last of the three. So they head out of the stables bend, and the pace is on a bit now as Stony Evros. Andy Foulkes just gives us a reminder to keep a mind on the job as they pass the 800. Clear of Pocket Washers in the second, and there's a length to a length and a half away to Cullen's Chance last of the three. So they go down the back straight the last time, and it's still in front Stony Evros. Stony Evros leads. Craig Buchan sitting nicely in second there on Pocket Wash, and there's probably a length and a half away to Cullen's Chance last of the three. They well and truly passed the 600 here in the second of the day, the qualifying two-year-old pace, and it's Stony Evros. Here's the challenger on the outside. It's Pocket Wash and Craig Buchan. They go up strongly to challenge the leader. Rallying up on the back of these two is now would be Cullen's Chance. They pass the 400. It's on the outside now. Pocket Wash goes to Stony Evros on the inside. Cullen's Chance trying to run on. Kicking back on the inside now will be Stony Evros with the advantage of the inside running. Probably got its head back in front from Pocket Wash on the outside, who looks to be going be a wee bit better than the inside horse. Cullen's Chance up the inside. It's Pocket Wash with its nose just in front. Stony Evros is fighting hard on the inside for Andy Foulkes. Just in front, Pocket Wash. He pulls out a bit more, does Pocket Wash, and he's going to pull away a wee bit to win the second of the day for Craig Buchan. Will beat Stony Evros, and last of the three would be Cullen's Chance. So Pocket Wash takes out the second of the day. Had the lovely trail right in behind the leader, Stony Evros. And at about the 400, he come off the inside to challenge the leader. And the leader kicked back pretty strongly on the inside to Stony Evros, but Pocket Wash always looked to have the inside horse covered and has pulled away to win by a length to a length and a half here in the second of the afternoon. The result of the second of the afternoon, where the winner was number 2, Pocket Wash. Second over the line was 3, Stony Evros. Then we had 4, Cullen's Chance. Time for the winner number 2, Pocket Wash, 2:13.8, 2:13.8. Time for the second horse number 3, Stony Evros, 2:14.3. And time for the third horse number 4, Cullen's Chance, 2:15 even. It's a mile rate of 2:06.7, a last half, and 61.5. The margins were 2 lengths by 3.5 lengths, and there were no qualifiers. So the trotters coming into line here for the qualifying trot. Beyond a Joke on the inside, Stelvio Pass, King Kiwi, and La Vitae off the outside. So the tape stream across in the third of the afternoon, and Beyond a Joke was just a wee bit slow off the inside. Stelvio Pass has begun well, as is King Kiwi. La Vitae's up to her old tricks, and she's galloped out of it early. Another galloper, that's Stelvio Pass. He's gone off stride well in second, so it's left the stablemates well clear of the other two trotters, and it's King Kiwi. King Kiwi and Brad Williamson, they are a clear leader. From Beyond a Joke, who's in second, Stelvio passes back down and trotting, but he's 10 lengths off the back of the second horse, Beyond a Joke. And La Vitae, well, all she's doing is galloping past the winning post. So there's 1,800 metres to go for the leader anyway, and it's King Kiwi. King Kiwi showed a faultless display of trotting for the first bit of the race, and he leads clearly. From Beyond a Joke, who's in second for Maddie Williamson. Then there's three away to Stelvio Pass, Andy Foulkes. And La Vitae, she's down and trotting now, but for how long, I don't know. 1,600 to go here in the qualifying trot, and it's still in front, King Kiwi. King Kiwi leads from the stablemate who's in second. That's Beyond a Joke, rattling in the ground on the leader. And then there's about 5, 6, 7 lengths away to Stelvio Pass, who's second last. And La Vitae, looks like she's pulled up. She's up against the sign print fence. 1,400 to go in the qualifying trot, and the second horse has galloped now. That's Beyond a Joke. So Beyond a Joke goes up, galloping. Getting underneath that now would be Stelvio Pass to run into second, as King Kiwi's just minding his own business here at the head of the field. He's trotting lovely. From in second would be Stelvio Pass as they get the bell, 1,200 out. And there's that margin away to Beyond a Joke, who galloped. He's lost a big margin. He's now third. And La Vitae, she's at Neverly Our Stud sign. 1,100 to go here in race 3, the qualifying trot, and it's still in front, King Kiwi. King Kiwi brings them past 1,050 for Brad Williamson, travels nicely. From in second would be Stelvio Pass, right on the back of the leader. Just got away with a bit of a cheap sectional there, did Brad Williamson on this leader, because now Beyond a Joke, he's only about 4 or 5 away, and he'll tack on to the back of Stelvio Pass any minute now. So these three, they go into the back straight, approaching the 800 metre mark, and it's still in front, King Kiwi. He's been there from the outset. From in second will be Stelvio Pass, 2 or 3 to Beyond a Joke, and La Vitae, she's galloping here just in front of the stand. So these three go down the back. They're obviously the only three with chances, and it's in front, King Kiwi. King Kiwi leads from Stelvio Pass, who wasn't happy sitting in the trail there for Andy Foulkes, and he's come up to challenge this leader strongly. 600 out they go, and it's in front still, King Kiwi. From Stelvio Pass, who's on the outside, there's 2 or 3 away to Beyond a Joke, and La Vitae is just coming past the 800. So these two are about to go nose for nose, but it's in the inside, King Kiwi, who now draws her from Stelvio Pass. His run is looking to come to an end soon, and Beyond a Joke, it's galloped again. So it's inside King Kiwi. Stelvio Pass, he's still battling on strongly on the outside, but you think the leader would have a kick. He's about to round the straight, and he kicks away from Stelvio Pass now, and King Kiwi, he opened up by 5, 6, 7 lengths now to King Kiwi on Stelvio Pass. Beyond a Joke gets down and trotting again into third, but it's all King Kiwi. He comes past 100 metres, and that's a lovely display of trotting here in the third of the day for King Kiwi. Never even looked like galloping, and he takes out the third of the day very easily. From Stelvio Pass, who'll run second, not a bad run. Beyond a Joke made a few mistakes, and La Vitae, she's just coming into the straight now. So King Kiwi takes out the third of the day, the result of race 3 of the afternoon, where the winner was number 7, King Kiwi. Second over the line was 6, Stelvio Pass. Then we had 5, Beyond a Joke, and 8, La Vitae. Time for the winner, number 7, King Kiwi, 309.7, 309.7. Time for the second horse, number 6, Stelvio Pass, 311.4. Time for the third horse, number 5, Beyond a Joke, 312.3. It's a mile rate of 218.8, a last half in 64. The margins were 8.5 lengths by 4.5 lengths, and there were no qualifiers. Did you have too many ice creams that time, Aaron? No, he's not talking. So the mobile's starting to roll here on the 4th of the day, the Noel Bennett qualifying pace. So the three starters get behind the mobile. On the inside we've got Torpedo, El Razor on the inside, and the stablemate to Torpedo, Imperial Ace off the outside. So the mobile rounds into the start point now, waiting for the green light. It's off and flashing, and Torpedo off the insides began best of all here for Maddie Williamson. El Razor's come out for a look, but it'll slot into the second, into the trail behind Torpedo. And after starting off the outside of the gate, Maria Parker and Imperial Ace are last of the three. So they passed the winning post the first time, into the stables being the first time, and it's in front Torpedo. Torpedo and Maddie Williamson, they control the affairs here in the 4th of the afternoon. From El Razor, who's in second for Johnny Cox, getting that lovely run behind the leader, and drifting out by 5 or 6 lengths now would be Imperial Ace, last of the three. They passed the 1800 metre mark here the 4th of the afternoon, and it's in front Torpedo. Torpedo shows the way. From El Razor, who's in second, and there's a margin of 4 or 5 away to Imperial Ace, the stablemate of the leader, last of the three. Down the back straight, the three paces go past the 1600. It's Torpedo. Torpedo's getting an easy time here in front. From in second would be El Razor, getting a nice run in second, and there's that margin's been whittled down now. The Imperial Ace will soon tack on to the back of El Razor in third position. So they come off the back straight now, approaching the 1400 metre mark, still an Indian file, and it's in front Torpedo. Torpedo leads from El Razor, who's in second, last Imperial Ace. So they're about to round to the straight now, and they will eventually get the bell, and it's in front Torpedo. Torpedo leads El Razor, Imperial Ace, last of the three. They get the bell now, and it's Torpedo comes past the 1200, clear of El Razor, and Imperial Ace has been last of the three throughout. So there's been no great speed to report here in the 4th of the afternoon. They come past the 1100, and it's Torpedo. Torpedo leads now. El Razor's in second's been there throughout, and last Imperial Ace. Winning post, 1 lap left to go, and it's in front now, still Torpedo. Torpedo's led, there's been no moves whatsoever, and it's Torpedo from El Razor, who's in second, and last Imperial Ace. They go to the stables bend the final time, and they're about to approach the 800 metre mark, the 4th of the afternoon, the qualifying pace, and it's Torpedo. Torpedo's been in front throughout, hasn't seen any of the horses yet. El Razor's in second, and there's a length to a length and a half away to Imperial Ace, last of the three paces. So they're about halfway down the back straight now, about to pass the 600, and it's Torpedo still. Travels strongly in front here, does Torpedo. From El Razor, who's in second, 2 lengths Imperial Ace last of the 3. So the speed starts to go on a bit here in the 4th of the afternoon, and it's led by Torpedo. Torpedo takes them past Neverly Stud Sign, now clear from El Razza, who's in second. Just popped off the trail there to Johnny Cox as they pass the 400 on El Razza to challenge this leader strongly on the outside. So it's El Razza. He's pulled his head in front of Torpedo on the inside. Then we go back to Imperial Ace last of the 3. It's on the outside, El Razza. He goes for home here, does Johnny Cox on El Razza, and he's kicked clear by 2 or 3. To Torpedo, who's in second, battling on. Imperial Ace runs on down the outside, but it's El Razza in front. Torpedo's kicking hard on the inside, then Imperial Ace, but he got them at just before the turn, and it's El Razza. El Razza takes out the 4th of the afternoon from Torpedo and Imperial Ace. So El Razza takes out the 4th of the afternoon. Nice win, El Razza. At about the 300, just come off the trail and put pay to Torpedo. Just out sprinted a Torpedo a bit. He pulled clear as they turned for home, and he kicked strongly. Torpedo's battled on nicely into second, and Imperial Ace was running on late. It'll just miss second off Torpedo. Result of race 4 of the day, where the winner was number 10, El Razza. Second over the line was 9, Torpedo. Then we had 11, Imperial Ace. Time for the winner, number 10, El Razza, 251.3. 251.3. Time for the second horse, number 9, Torpedo, 251.8. Time for the third horse, number 11, Imperial Ace, 251.9. It's a mile rate of 205.3, a last half, and 58.5. The margins were 2.5 lengths by half a length. Two horses in behind the mobile arm here, the 5th of the afternoon. 1,200 metres the journey. Sunnyview Bay Boy on the inside and Better to Be at the outside. Green lights off and flashing in the 1,200 metre event of the day, and Sunnyview Bay Boy has come out hard off the inside. Better to Be Bad challenges on the outside now for Brad Williamson. So it's on the inside, Andy Foulkes and Sunnyview Bay Boy, and on the outside we have Better to Be Bad and Brad Williamson. So they go head for head as they go into the stables bend. A 1,200 metre distance of this race, and they're going hard. It's Sunnyview Bay Boy on the inside. Being shaded on the outside, probably a head away on the outside would be Better to Be Bad as they pass the 800 metre mark into the back straight. Better to Be Bad now draws ahead clear and looks like it will soon cross the inside horse and stablemate Sunnyview Bay Boy, but he kicks up again on the inside, does Andy Foulkes on Sunnyview Bay Boy, so they're going for a decent clip. 600 out. The two stablemates, they go nose for nose. It's on the inside, Sunnyview Bay Boy, and on the outside, Better to Be Bad. They go past Neverly Stud Sign, and they're still nose for nose, these two stablemates. The class mare on the outside now pokes the nose in front as they pass the 400. Frummins on the inside would be Sunnyview Bay Boy, but it's Better to Be Bad on the outside. She should have a kick home in the straight from Sunnyview Bay Boy on the inside. So they're about to round in and go for home, and it's on the outside, Better to Be Bad. Sunnyview Bay Boy kicking on the inside. They come past the 200. On the outside, Better to Be Bad from Sunnyview Bay Boy. On the inside's kicking back hard, but the class mare with the nose in front, and Better to Be Bad now comes past the 50, clearing away now from Sunnyview Bay Boy, and Better to Be Bad takes out the 1,200 metre event from Sunnyview Bay Boy, who's in second, and he win a good race, did Sunnyview Bay Boy. He's just been beaten by a class mare on the outside, being Better to Be Bad. Oh, that was good. We should have more 1,200 metre races. Better to Be Bad and Sunnyview Bay Boy, they went in it hard the whole way. The result of race 5, where the winner was number 13, Better to Be Bad, and second was number 12, Sunnyview Bay Boy. Time for the winner, number 13, Better to Be Bad, 126.6, 126.6. Time for second horse, number 12, Sunnyview Bay Boy, 126.9. It's a mile rate of 156.1 in the last half and 58.5. The margin was 1.5 lengths. Delightful Red, Quattro Night, Delightful Red, Sage, Half Moon Bay, Brian Patrick, and Tiger Tease. So the mobile starting to get the runners into order here in the 6th of the afternoon. Biggest field of the day with 6 horses going around. On the inside's Delightful Red, Tiger Tease, Half Moon Bay, Sage, and Quattro Night. And off the Unruly is Brian Patrick, is number 1. But it's off the Unruly there for Johnny Cox. So all 6 runners are behind the mobile. Brian Patrick just galloped off its Unruly mark. On the inside, Delightful Red, Tiger Tease. Green light flashes in the 6th of the afternoon, and Tiger Tease has shown the best gate speed, but here comes Half Moon Bay down the outside. So it's Tiger Tease now crosses to the inside. Half Moon Bay on the outside for Ali Malcolmson. He's trying to wrestle the lead here off Craig Buchan on Tiger Tease, but at the moment Tiger Tease is holding the lead from Half Moon Bay, Delightful Red. Then we go back to the other horse, Quattro Night. Just in front of Quattro Night would be the other horse, which I've just lost at the moment. That's Delightful Red. So Half Moon Bay now is about to drive to the lead. So Half Moon Bay takes the lead now from Tiger Tease. Then we go back to third, Delightful Red. Then Sage, who's just in front of the other stablemate. That's Quattro Night. And the Unruly horse galloped early. That's Brian Patrick's about 10 away in last position. So they pass the 1600. It's Half Moon Bay. Half Moon Bay needs now from Tiger Tease to restrain to take the trail. Delightful Red 3 back the inside. Then we go back to Maru Parker and Sage, who are third last. Then Quattro Night and Brian Patrick's a margin away in last. So they go down the back past the 1400 and it's Half Moon Bay. Half Moon Bay and Ali Malcolmson, his favourite pace-making role, controls the speed. From in second would be Tiger Tease, who led early, now's had a gun run behind the leader. Popping off the inside there would be Maddie Williamson on Delightful Red to come and have a look at this leader, Half Moon Bay. Then we go back to Sage, Quattro Night and Brian Patrick. So it's Half Moon Bay. On the outside's Maddie Williamson here on Delightful Red. He's trying to get the lead, but that's easier said than done with Ali Malcolmson on the inside. So it's Half Moon Bay. Not keen at all to hand up to Delightful Red. Tiger Tease getting that lovely run in behind the speed. Then we go back to Sage. Then we Quattro Night, and last is Brian Patrick. So they go into the stables bend, and Delightful Red's been caught parked. It's Half Moon Bay. Half Moon Bay shows the way. From on the outside, Delightful Red. Tiger Tease has had a great run right in behind the leader. Then we go back to Sage, 3 back the markers, and now slotting into the 1-1 on the outside would be Quattro Night, and there's 2 or 3 away to Brian Patrick. So these two go nose for nose. It's on the inside, Half Moon Bay, and Delightful Red on the outside for Maddie Williamson, just kicking up and getting the lead clearly now would be Half Moon Bay. Tiger Tease has had every chance in the trail. Looks to be going nicely there for Craig Buchan. Quattro Night 1-1, second last Sage, and 2 away to Brian Patrick, last of the 6. They pass Neverly Our Stud Sign. Half Moon Bay, he still travels in front. From Tiger Tease on the inside, Delightful Red's had a tough trip and it could be starting to tell 400 out. Coming around the outside would be Quattro Night, but it's just gone rough. Slipping up on the inside, 3 back the markers running on is Sage. It's Half Moon Bay, but the big danger's Tiger Tease on the outside. He's coming up strongly now for Craig Buchan. Half Moon Bay leads, but Tiger Tease is all over him on the top. It's Tiger Tease who drives to the lead. Half Moon Bay's trying to kick back on the inside. Sage running up on the inside, but it's Tiger Tease. Tiger Tease had the best trip in the race, and Tiger Tease comes past the winning post, and he'll take out the 6th of the day. Second over the line will be Sage. Then we go to Half Moon Bay. Quattro Night made a mistake. Delightful Red had a tough trip, and Brian Patrick galloped early. So Tiger Tease had a lovely run, sat in the trail the whole way behind Half Moon Bay. And when the speed was really on, when Delightful Red was having a go at Half Moon Bay, it just was doing nothing in the trail. He sprinted well up the straight to win. Sage will just get second on the inside from Maria Parker, just nosing out Half Moon Bay. Then we go back to Quattro Knight, who galloped just before the turn. Delightful Red had a tough trip, and Brian Patrick galloped in early and will finish last of the 6. The result of race 6 of the afternoon, where the winner was number 3, Tiger Tease. Second over the line was 5, Sage. Then we had 4, Half Moon Bay, 7, Quattro Knight, 2, Delightful Red, and 1, Brian Patrick. Time for the winner, number 3, Tiger Tease, 2:47.8, 2:47.8. Time for the second horse, number 5, Sage, 2:48.5. Time for the third horse, number 4, Half Moon Bay, 2:48.5. Time for the fourth horse, number 7, Quattro Knight, 2:51.9. Time for the fifth horse, number 2, Delightful Red, 2:52.4. And the time for the last horse, number 1, Brian Patrick, 2:53.1. It's a mile rate of 2:01.7, a last half and 57.7. The margins were 4 lengths by a head, by 15 lengths, by 2.5 lengths, by 3.5 lengths. So? Not sure. No, I don't think so. That trotter's got half hopples on. That Jeff Knight one. So they're just circling around at the start point here, the non-win trot. 3 trotters in the event, number 8, Bet's Son, number 9, John the Fib, and 10, Springbank Eden, off 10 metres. So these front 2 off the Unruly, so they'll start wider out on the track. So it looks like they're coming up to the tapes this time round. The tapes stream across, and we're often trotting here in the non-win trot, and Bet's Son is trotted away best of all to lead early now. From in second will be the 10 metre handicap marker. That's Springbank Eden's made light work of his 10 metre handicap. He rallies up into second, and John the Fib's about 5 lengths away in third. So they passed the winning post the first time, and it's Bet's Son. Betsun leads now from the stablemate Springbank Eden, who had a lightning beginning, to be right on the back of his stablemate. And there's a margin of probably 8 to 9 lengths away to John the Fib, last of the three trotters. So they enter the back straight, approaching the 1800 metre mark, and it's Betsun. Matty Williamson's off and gone here. He's running them on Betsun. He leads from Springbank Eden, who's galloped to that point. So Springbank Eden, it's a fast pace being set, and he's galloped in second. Just getting underneath him now would be John the Fib, as Springbank Eden now settles down, but it relegates him to last of the three. So they pass the 1600, and this leader Betsun's got a huge margin on them. Leads from John the Fib, who's in second, and then we go back to the mistake maker, that was Springbank Eden. So Betsun, Matty Williamson, he's really got the tempo on as he passed the 1400. He's well clear of John the Fib, who's in second. Then we go back to the last horse, which is Springbank Eden. So it is Betsun. He's about to round to the straight now, approach about the 1300, and it leads from John the Fib, who's just about to come into the straight now. So then we go back to Springbank Eden, last of the three. So they get the bell, come past the 1200, well, the leader does anyway, and that's Betsun. Betsun leads by the best part of he was at the 150 and they're at the 2. So 50 metres is the margin between first and second here, and it's led by Betsun. Betsun now comes past the winning post and goes into the stables bend from John the Fib, who's in second, and Springbank Eden right on the back of John the Fib. So it is Betsun. We'll have to do something silly to get beaten here, Betsun. It approaches the 800 metre mark, clear of its rivals. Headed by John the Fib, and then we go back to Springbank Eden. So they're not really making any ground on this leader. If anything, it's got further in front of them. They're just coming past the 800 metre mark, and it's Betsun hightailing it down the back. Approaches the 600. He is absolutely well clear of John the Fib, who's galloped. Getting underneath him would be Springbank Eden. Betsun comes past Neville Stud Sign, was about to anyway. Just coming past the 600 now would be Springbank Eden, and John the Fib settled down but is now back last of all. So coming past the 400, it's Betsun. It's been a good display so far by Betsun, and she's well and truly got this parcelled up from Springbank Eden, who made a mistake on the journey, and as did John the Fib. It's now margin away last. So they're about to come into the straight as Betsun and go for home. From Springbank Eden, John the Fib's galloped again at the 400 metre mark. Betsun comes into the straight, past the 200, well clear of Springbank Eden, who's just coming into the straight. Then they're the same margin back to John the Fib, but coming past the 100, it's Betsun. It's been a great display of trotting here by Betsun, and a great drive. Matty Williamson comes past the 50 and wins easy, would be an understatement. Betsun takes out the 7th of the day from Springbank Eden, who's in second, just coming past the 50, and just coming past the 150 in last position would be John the Fib. Result of the 7th of the afternoon, where the winner was number 8, Betsun. Second over the line was 10, Springbank Eden. Then we had 9, John the Fib. Time for the winner, number 8, Betsun, 252.5, 252.5. Time for the second horse, number 10, Springbank Eden, 301.1. And the time for the third horse, number 9, John the Fib, 310.6. It's a mile rate of 206.2, a last half, and 60.8. The margins were 43 lengths by 49.5 lengths. Cox, and 13, the Witch Doctor, Maria Parker. So we're just circling around the start point, race 8 of the afternoon, the Lorraine Matheson stand, 2-2.
He wanted to know what time it was.
So the Witch Doctor in the book's number 13, but our starter Aaron Johnson's informed me that it's number 10. So number 10, the Witch Doctor instead of 13. So it looks like they're coming up this time round. He's Only the Lonely on the inside, Smoke and Grin, and the Witch Doctor. Coming up to the tapes, 8th of the afternoon, we're off and racing, and all three paces have stepped away very nicely, with Smoke and Grin being quick out, but as usual, Ali Malcolmson will kick up on the inside, and he loves a lead here, Ali Malcolmson, and that's exactly where he's put He's Only the Lonely. So it's the Bob Strait trained representative, that's He's Only the Lonely leads, from Smoke and Grin, who's in second. Johnny Cox just quite happy to take that trail behind Ali here on He's Only the Lonely, and last of all now would be the Witch Doctor. So they go into the stables bend the first time, and it's He's Only the Lonely. They're not going any great speed here in the third last of the afternoon. They approach the 1800 metre mark from Smoke and Grin, who's in second. Is going to get a lovely run right in behind the leader, and Maria Parker and the Witch Doctor last of the three. So they're going very slowly down the back, and they're almost walking. It's He's Only the Lonely. From Smoke and Grin, who's in second, last of the three, the Witch Doctor. So they're halfway down the back straight past the 1600, the three go, and it's in front, He's Only the Lonely. Just starts to open up by half a length now to in second would be Smoke and Grin's had a gun run. Then we go back to the Witch Doctor, last of the three. So they pass Neverly R stud sign, and there's still no great speed to report, approaching the 1400, and it's He's Only the Lonely. From Smoke and Grin, who's in second, and the Witch Doctor, last of the three. So it's still He's Only the Lonely. Dictating terms here to a nicety would be Ellie Malcolmson in front on He's Only the Lonely. Second would be Smoke and Grin, and last of the three would be the Witch Doctor. They come past the 1200, the bell goes, and they're still walking in front. It's He's Only the Lonely. I don't think I've seen a trial this slow throughout the time I've been here. From Smoke and Grin, who's in second, and last is the Witch Doctor. So they come past the 1100, and it's He's Only the Lonely. They're at a jog. From in second would be Smoke and Grin. Then we go back to the Witch Doctor, last of the three. They pass the winning post into the stables bend. They'll get there, and it's in front, He's Only the Lonely. From Smoke and Grin, then we go back to the Witch Doctor. So they're out of the stables bend the final time, third last of the afternoon, and He's Only the Lonely. And Ali Malcolmson, they control affairs from Smoke and Grin. Johnny Cox has had enough of that, and he's come on the inside to come and have a look at this leader, and now the Witch Doctor will slot up in behind the leader, He's Only the Lonely. So we've got some speed into the race, and it's He's Only the Lonely being pressured on the outside by Smoke and Grin. Smoke and Grin now drives to the lead now from He's Only the Lonely, and relegated back to last again would be the Witch Doctor, 600 out. Smoke and Grin with a great turn of speed. He's put 3 or 4 on He's Only the Lonely. The Witch Doctor into third, trying to run on. They pass Neverly R stud sign. It's Smoke and Grin. It's almost like Mr. Cox heard me say how slow they were going, because he's put pay to them quite early. From He's Only the Lonely, who's trying to rally again. Then we go back to the Witch Doctor, who's running on strongly around the outside. Well, he might have gone too early, Smoke and Grin. He's gone for home. From He's Only the Lonely, who's kicking back. Then the Witch Doctor down the outside. It's Smoke and Grin narrowly in front. The Witch Doctor's coming hard down the outside. He's Only the Lonely kicks back in the inner. Smoke and Grin. He has a wee bit more on the locker there, does Smoke and Grin, and he comes past the 50, and he's going to take out the third last of the afternoon, and a good drive, Johnny Cox. From second, He's Only the Lonely and the Witch Doctor. Smoke and Grin takes out the 8th of the afternoon. From in second would be He's Only the Lonely. Then we go back to the Witch Doctor. At about the 6:50, Smoke and Grin come off the trail and put pay to the field. He opened up by 3 or 4. They started to catch him just before the turn, but he knew what he had underneath him, did Johnny Cox, and he's kicked away and he's won easily in the end. From He's Only the Lonely, he'll be in second, and the Witch Doctor will be third, but there wasn't a lot over them. I didn't wait for his wave. I'll wait for the truck. those times 3:05. The result of race 8 on the card, where the winner was number 12, Smokin' Grin. Second over the line was 11, He's Only the Lonely. Then we had 10, The Witch Doctor. Time for the winner, number 12, he's Smokin' Grin, 3:05.2. 3:05.2. Time for the second horse, number 11, He's Only the Lonely, 3:05.6. The time for the third horse, number 10, The Witch Doctor, 3:05.8. It's a mile rate of 2:15.5. And the last half in 57.7. The margins were 2 lengths by 1 length. Forest Heights, Samori, Mockelson, Alexandra Leaving, and the back marker, Dwindle Mist. Dwindle Mist, Moccasin, then back to Moccasin, Alexandra Leaving, Forest Heights, Armory. So the Ellen Wood win and faster trot field, looking to get into order. Forest Heights on the inside. Then we go to Alexandra Leaving, Moccasin. Moccasin and Amori off the Unruly, and the 10 metre back marker Dwindle Mist. So it's just Alexandra Leaving that's off the tape. Forest Heights stands nicely, as does Dwindle Mist. Often racing here in the second last, and Amori was just sideways as they went away, but she swung into her gate nicely. Dwindle Mist was slow. The best out now would be Forest Heights. So Forest Heights and Ellie Malcolmson, they control the speed here early in the affair, and it is second. Is Alexandra Leaving. Then we go back to Moccasin, begun well there for Brad Williamson. Then there's about 6 or 7 away to Amori, and slow off her handicap now would be Dwindle Mist, last of the 5 trotters. So they go into the stables bend the first time, and it's Forest Heights in front. The Ian Land train representative shows the way. From in second would be Alexandra Leaving, getting a nice run right in behind the leader. 3 or 4 then away to Moccasin. Then we go 2 to Amori, and the best part of 20 or 15 lengths away to Dwindle Miss, last of the 5. So Forest Heights, she's just galloped down the back straight, so she's gone off stride. Getting up on the inside now would be Alexandra Leaving as they pass the 600. Getting into second now would be Moccasin, then Amori, and Dwindle Miss last, but will soon get past Forest Heights. No, Forest Heights is back down and trotting now in second last. It's very wide on the track there as Forest Heights, but it gets down into second last position. So they're about to pass the 1400, and it's Maddie Williamson in front on Alexandra Leaving. Leads from the stablemate in second, that's Moccasin, then Amori third, Graham McClay. Second last after that mistake would be Forest Heights, and tacking onto the back of Forest Heights was the back marker Dwindle Mist and Phil Williamson. So they round into the straight now, and they get the bell, and it's in front Alexandra Leaving. Alexandra Leaving shows the way. From Moccasin is in second, getting a lovely run. Amori 3 back to markers has done no work either. Then we go back to the mistake maker, that was Forest Heights, and last last of all Dwindle Mist. They come past 1,050 here, second last of the afternoon, and it's in front Alexandra Leaving. Moccasin is in the trail, he's travelling nicely there for Brad Williamson. Then we go back to Amori. Second last would be Forest Heights, and the back marker and Phil Williamson on Dwindle Mist, last of the 5. They go to the stables bend the final time in the trot, approaching the 800 metre mark, and it's in front Alexandra Leaving. Alexandra Leaving leads from in second Moccasin. Amori would be third. Forest Heights has gone off stride again there for Ali Malcolms, and it drifts out of it. And Dwindle Mist, well, it's about 3 or 4 lengths off the back of the second last horse, Amori. So they go down the back. It's in front Alexandra Leaving, past the 600 they go. From Moccasin, who's in second, Amori third. Tacking onto the back of Amori now would be Dwindle Mist, and another mistake, Forest Heights. She's now out of play. They come past the Neville stud sign, and it's Alexandra Leaving. Here's a move. It's on the outside of Amori and Graham McClay. They're coming past the 400. It's coming up strongly to challenge this leader, Alexandra Leaving. Moccasin back on the inside, but just half a length off the back of the leader and stablemate Alexandra Leaving, and last would be Dwindle Mist. They're about to round the straight and go for home. It's Alexandra Leaving. Maddie Williamson goes for home. From Moccasin, who's in second, was angled to the inside and galloped. Amori battles on down the outside, as does Dwindle Mist, but it's Alexandra Leaving. Comes past the 100 metre mark, clear of Amori. Then we go back to Dwindle Mist, but past the 50 goes Alexandra Leaving, wins it very easily. From Amori, he'll be second. Then we go back to Dwindle Mist. Moccasin made a mistake in the straight, and the multiple mistake maker, and that's Forest Heights, just gallops over the line now. Alexandra Leaving, very, very nice win to this trotter. Looked to be travelling fuller running on the line for Maddie Williamson. Will beat out Amori, who issued a challenge just before the straights, battled on nicely into second. Dwindle Mist third. Then we go back to Moccasin, and the last over the line would be Forest Heights. The result of race 9 of the day, where the winner was number 2, Alexandra Leaving. Second over the line was 4, Amori. Then we had 5, Dwindle Mist, 3, Moccasin, and 1, Forest Heights. Time for the winner, number 2, Alexandra Leaving, 256.2, 256.2. Time for the second horse, number 4, Amori, 256.8. Time for the third horse, number 5, Dwindle Mist, 256.5. Time for the fourth horse, number 3, Moccasin, 259.5. To my rate of 208.9, a last half and 60.3. The margins were 3 lengths by 2.5 lengths by 11 lengths. Yeah. What? So the last of the day, the free-for-all trot. All trotters stand nicely. The tape stream across, and the last of the afternoon, and all trotters are trotting at this stage. The front marker, Yankee 1, has come out best of all and show the early lead now from Miss Pegasus, trotting nicely, and as is the back marker, Springbank Sam. So they come past the winning post the first time last of the day, and it's in front, Maddie Williamson and Yankee 1. Yankee 1 shows the way from Miss Pegasus, who's already tacked onto the back of Yankee 1 for Brad Williamson, and last of all, is Phil Williamson on Springbank Sam, and it will tack onto the back of Miss Pegasus at any time. So they go to the stables bend the first time, approaching the 1800 metre mark, and it's in front Yankee 1. Yankee 1 shows the way from Miss Pegasus, who's in second, is going to get that lovely run right in behind the leader, and now taking on to Miss Pegasus would be Springbank Sam. So the three class trotters go down the back last of the afternoon, and it's Yankee 1. Yankee 1 shows the way at a nice tempo. Past the 1600 they go. From Miss Pegasus, who's in second, and the back marker Springbank Sam is still last of the three. So down the back they go, off the back straight past Neverly R stud sign, and it's in front Yankee 1. Yankee 1 and Maddie Williamson, they show the way. From Brad Williamson on second on Miss Pegasus. Past the 1400 the last time today. And Springbank Sam, the 30 metre back marker for Phil Williamson, last of the three Williamson trained trotters. So they're about to round the straight now and go past about the 1300, and it's in front Yankee 1. Yankee 1 leads now as they get the bell for the final time today. Miss Pegasus is in seconds, had that dream run right in behind the leader and still last, and hasn't spent a penny as yet, and that's Springbank Sam and Phil Williamson. So they come past the 1100 metre mark the last time today, and it's in front Yankee 1. Yankee 1 and Maddie Williamson, they are the lamplighters as they pass the winning post and into the stables bend for the final time today. From Miss Pegasus, who's in second, and Springbank Sam last of the three. So they're out of the stables bend now, about to go into the back straight, and it's in front Yankee 1. Yankee 1, the front tape marker, shows the way he's been there throughout. Past the 800 they go. From Miss Pegasus, who's in seconds, will have this a good sprint left in the straight, and still last of all would be Springbank Sam. So they go down the back straight, and it's still the same order. It's in front Yankee 1. Yankee 1 leads. From Miss Pegasus is in second, and Springbank Sam. There's been no moves whatsoever past the 600, and it's in front Yankee 1 still. From Miss Pegasus, who's in second, and last throughout has been Phil Williamson and Springbank Sam. So they pass Neverly R stud sign. They'll start to up the tempo soon, and it's Yankee 1 in front. From second would be Miss Pegasus, and just waiting to strike from the back of the field would be Springbank Sam. So they're well and truly past the 400. Here's the move. It's Miss Pegasus. She's come out of the trail to have a look at the stablemate and leader Yankee 1. Following them up dangerously now would be Springbank Sam. So they round the straight to go for home. It's Miss Pegasus. She's put pay to Yankee 1. Coming down the outside would be Springbank Sam. It's Miss Pegasus in front. Kicking back on the inside's Yankee 1, and here comes Springbank Sam down the outside. It's Miss Pegasus holding past the 50. Springbank Sam's coming at her strongly, but Miss Pegasus will hold on. From Springbank Sam, who'll be second, the margin will be a long head, and third would be Yankee 1. So Miss Pegasus, she probably had the best trip in the race. Sprinted up to the leader Yankee 1 on the turn, and she's held off Springbank Sam, who was coming fast down the outside, but she's held on quite well, Miss Pegasus. It'll be a long head, the margin, and third of the three trotters would be Yankee 1. The result of the last of the day, where the winner was number 7, Miss Pegasus. Second over the line was 8, Springbank Sam. Then we had 6, Yankee 1. And the times, these are corrected times. The winner number 7, Miss Pegasus, 253.3, 253.3. Time for number 8, Springbank Sam, 251.7. And the time for the third horse, number 6, Yankee 1, 254.8. It's a mile rate of 207.3 last half and 58.5. The margins were ahead by 3 lengths.